Hi, welcome to Similar But Different, the podcast. Let's do that again. Okay. But I'm getting all the benefits.
Without having to pay.
Right.
Yeah, they screwed me. And then I found a bunch of friends that I was different from. I think I'd like the gram more if I got hit up in my DMs.
Okay, this should probably end. Hi, welcome to Similar But Different. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jen.
Hello, Jen.
Hey, Rach.
I got a hot take.
Hot take.
Before I even say,
Right into
how's it going?
Yeah.
I decided I don't like this blanket.
Okay. What do you mean?
I think
like
it's...
you don't like the way it looks?
I think it's too much. I don't think it matches who we are as people. Like...
Where did you get it?
My mom.
Okay, matches
Sorry.
maybe who your mom is.
No, but I'm saying, like... Because I do love... You know, I can dress brightly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I think more so it doesn't match us. It doesn't match the pod. Like, it's too much of a pattern. Like, it's too much happening that doesn't match everything else.
I mean, that's a hot take. I don't hate it.
I know, and you've
I
said
also
this
think
before.
it's because it's so soft.
It's nice to touch.
It is very nice. It's very nice to touch. So I don't hate it. I also feel like it's very spring. Spring has sprung.
It is. It has.
We are sprung.
We are springed.
Out to get me.
What?
I'm sprung.
I don't know that.
Now she got me. Got me doing things I'd never do.
You can keep going, and I'm still
T-Pain?
not going to know.
T-Pain? Yeah.
Unless it was his radio hits, then I don't know.
I feel like it is. Sprung. The spring has sprung. Just like I'm sprung.
I also have an ask, like,
Wow.
erection?
No. No. But
Not
I like
to take
that.
it to a dirty place.
I like that a lot.
I don't identify as, like, having a dirty mind. Like, someone who always makes a joke sexual or something. But
I used to.
I do a lot.
I think it was just natural. There was like a phase I went through. I think it was until I was like 35. Oh wait, that's
well,
now.
that is what you are. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I have gotten less like bringing everything back to sex.
Yeah.
And now I bring most things to poop.
Okay.
I feel like that's where we've transitioned. Ooh-wee.
Okay.
That's a good hot take. That's way to kick things off fiery.
Hard and hot.
Yeah, it's staying though. It's just so you know, your hot take. It's gonna.
Wow, I even made another sexual joke and I panned to the citizens and you didn't even catch it.
Damn. What did I miss?
You missed it. It's between us.
I gotta
now.
go back and watch.
Okay. I also have a call out to, I don't know if they are citizens, if they would define themselves as that, but I don't want to say feet freaks, feet friends, but I don't know if they're
followers.
The feet followers, yes.
The feet people that watch
make
for
comments.
the feet.
Yes. I know you'll be very upset that my shoes are on the couch. And I have a question. So, for those who are following to get glimpses of our feet moving about in shoes and socks, etc., I'm curious if you're actually listening to the content and care about that at all and find us enjoyable, or if we're like on mute and you're just watching for feet. And that's what I think it is. And so I am curious. And if you are listening, please post in the comments, I'm listening.
Ooh. Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen. But if you are, I told Rachel this earlier, I think. I envision a computer screen filled with podcasts all on mute where feet is visible.
That is too much. Are
Just
you
like
saying there
feet
are
overload.
people who watch porn
Like
you're at a
security cameras.
Best Buy and there's all those TVs and there's a different porn on every TV? That's too much.
Well, I mean, I didn't think of it as porn. I thought of it more as like a security camera setup where you got like multiple.
But if you're into the feet, that's what you're watching it for.
Yeah, well, now you put it that way. I don't like the idea of multiple porns. I need to focus.
Maybe I could switch it to sports games, but that makes more sense because you're trying to follow.
And I do that all the time. YouTube's
Yeah.
multi-view, game changer.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I feel like I mentioned this. I don't know if I did. I want YouTube to allow me to create my own multi-view. Don't tell me which games I can combine together. Like, they let you combine up to 4
Yeah.
games, but I couldn't do both men's and women's at the same time. It had to be a multi-view of women's or a multi-view of men's.
Oh, we don't like that.
Yeah. So
What about if you paid for a premium subscription?
I don't think so. No,
Oh,
it's all.
because I could see it if it was like
It's the functionality of the feature.
paywall.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like maybe I want to put like a NBA game in there too, or like I don't because I don't watch the NBA. But
Or maybe I want to watch a soccer match also while I'm catching up on Grey's Anatomy.
soccer match.
Well, I guess that.
Sorry, that was funny.
Well, I was about to say game, and I was like, no, I'll call it a match, but I didn't call it football. I called it soccer.
No, that was
so-
good. I thought it was great. I just had to
Soccer match.
while you're watching Grey's Anatomy. Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. Like, yeah, if I want to watch
But I guess that's
diners, drive-ins, and dives while I see the game on the side.
Yeah. Or be listening to similar but different pod while you're watching the soccer match.
You didn't even have to try to say it that way. It's how you said it the first time.
Which it sounds so robotic that way, and
Yeah.
that's
it was
apparently how I
funny.
said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good call out too. But then let's start over for a second because we had a hot take and then a call out for our little friendly feet followers. Wow.
FFFs.
Lots of F. is
Try F.
Triple F.
Yeah,
Like
the
triple
triple F.
H, but like triple F.
Yeah.
I like that. Anyways, how have you been?
I have been well. Today I signed up for a mud run
Why?
because my mom also had that reaction because I can't run.
Nor do we want to run.
Right, but it's more like an obstacle course. You're not actually running, and I'm doing it with my sister, my sister-in-law, my niece, and my sister-in-law's sister. So it's like a little girl gang, a little family fun run.
Okay. How far is the run? Or
It is.
obstacle?
It's 3 miles in total, but the majority of it, and because my niece is 10, and so that's why I'm like, it's
Your
not
niece
gonna
is doing
be. Yeah,
At 10.
yeah. We're not like
Oh.
running. It's just like, oh, fun, do the obstacles, and I love an obstacle course.
Used to.
So we'll see. I'll definitely be wearing my knee brace, but I was hesitant. And my sister also has had knee problems in the last couple of years, and she jumped on board. So I'm like, well, if Molly can do it, I can do it, which I said to my mom on the phone before I came here. And my mom said, I don't know, Rachel, Molly's pretty in shape.
Yeah. But
And
also,
I know, but she didn't say.
she doesn't mean it like that, right?
No,
she meant it
she
like,
didn't say you have knee problems.
Yeah.
She said Molly's in pretty good shape.
See, I went immediately off of the assumption that that's what she meant.
And I said, Molly also has knee problems.
Does she?
She did at one point. She was using a cane.
Oh shit.
Yeah, old lady.
Damn, your mom said Molly's more in shape than you.
Yeah.
Damn, mama.
I mean,
What
Molly.
did she do to you?
Molly is fit.
She's younger.
Yeah, by 2 years.
Yeah, well, that
But she
counts.
also has abs and doesn't go to the gym.
Damn,
and
Molly.
those people, honest, you know what? I'm not going to say screw you. I'm going to say,
No, I
well
mean,
done on your genes.
Yeah.
I didn't get those genes. We come from the same ones.
That sucks. You're allowed to say I hate you.
I did not get that.
I hate that you had
Yeah.
that. And that's coming from a place of
I'm
jealousy.
happy for you, but I also wish that was
I
me.
hate that for me.
She also, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, because Evie is running it, my niece, I'm like, well, if she can do it, our mom's probably like, she plays soccer, Rachel. And
She's like 10, you said.
yeah. But she more so maybe wouldn't get tired. I don't know. 10-year-olds get tired after a mile.
Do they?
I did.
I
I
mean,
was never been a good runner.
I played soccer back-to-back days, not like just all like running nonstop, I feel like.
Yeah.
We ran more than a mile.
But that's, when you're like crawling through the mud things, maybe I'll just get stuck.
It's going to be more agile there.
Yeah.
Because, I don't even, how do you get up from that?
Yeah. I was
With
looking
broken
for a
knees.
like, wow, that'll be fun. But the look on your face immediately was, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Why would
So
you
sorry,
pay to
I
do
couldn't
that?
provide that support that you might have needed.
Yeah. Well, it's fine,
100%
it's
was
happening.
just
I
why.
also think Skylar was thinking, maybe that's not for you.
Yep.
That's also the vibe I got from you, and not even the vibe from my mom, the commitment of don't
Really
do
calling
that.
you out on
Yeah.
that.
So, well, I've already paid for it.
I think you could do it. I just think you're going to feel like crap afterwards.
That's fine.
Yeah? We're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to, I don't want to injure myself.
Yeah.
And I don't think I will do that.
Okay.
I'll wear my brace.
Just be careful.
Yeah.
When is the mud run?
June.
Man, June's a busy
So I can
month.
train.
Busy month.
What else is happening in June?
That's just my brother's getting married.
Oh.
So they sent out their save the dates
Oh yeah.
and more
I
details.
want to see that.
And we've got more of the information. So that's exciting. And I think that my mom's loving it. So
Moms, they love a wedding.
they love a wedding.
Well, what's been new with you?
Oh, well, I was struggling really bad with pollen, and
Yes. How
I
are we
feel like
feeling
I'm doing
now?
a little bit better.
Yeah.
Where-
The
rain.
rain has been helping.
Please, I would be fine if it rained like nonstop for the next 10 weeks because
Not for me.
that's probably too aggressive of a time frame. But it's everything feels better. Like this weight from my head and just clogginess is.
Yeah.
So I feel better with that, but it did not get me outside. I spent my
Okay.
entire
Even
weekend.
Sunday was a beautiful day.
The Masters was so
Oh,
good.
right. And Rory?
Rory finally got it.
Yes, I don't know anything about him except that he's Irish.
He's
and
Irish.
he cried.
He cried a lot.
And
But I understand
understandable.
why he cried.
I like that.
Yeah, so just for context to like bring how like monumental this, he hasn't won a major since 2014. It's been 11 years since this
Okay.
guy was ever at the top of anything. And we're
Wow.
not talking about just the Masters, any major.
So that's very
golf
cool. We love
tournament.
an underdog.
Yeah, and not to mention like when he was younger, he was obviously like really good because he won the other like four whatever the other because he has a career Grand Slam now.
Okay.
And the Masters was the only thing that it was missing. So back in previously to 2014, and he's like only 36. So he was like 24, 25, and he won all of these major tournaments in golf. He was awesome. Loved him when he was younger. And then all of a sudden he just fell off the face of the earth. He started turning into a choke artist, and he would like mess up real bad. And then just this one thing he couldn't get, and then he finally did it. So that's why I
Cinch
feel
the
like
Masters.
that emotion there was probably just like, wow. Not only did he finally complete the career Grand Slam, but like he finally won something after 11 years.
I want to say I am pro cry.
Pro cry.
Like, I actually think that makes it more powerful for me as a spectator because honestly, when you kind of cinch that like win in your life, I want to see all that raw emotion. Like,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, 100%. I was the they did an intro with John Legend about he has a song about like I still get nervous.
Okay.
And he does like how he still gets nervous about his
Yeah.
wife when she walks in a room, blah blah blah. And so they did it with the Masters about how like these
I mean,
guys
that's
are all
crap,
pros
but
and they
okay.
still get nervous.
Yeah.
And it was just like really good on the piano, and the way that they did it is like, you know how they do like sports intro things or whatever
Yeah.
to get you hype. Oh my god, I was like emotional, I was excited, it was just everything I needed. And so then I was on the couch the entire day. It was an up and down battle, and at the end I said the same thing to Nathan. I was like, there is no better feeling, I feel like, as an athlete than accomplishing something like this.
Yeah.
And like the only scale that I have to compare it to is a measly Division III conference championship.
I was even going to say playing sports in high school, like winning your
state championship?
or even I'm just like
When
at
it
the
goes
most,
up,
even at the most like wherever it ends, even if it's like local, like county or whatever it is, I'm like
I mean, it's a great
winning
feeling.
a championship is amazing.
But like think about the scale. That's what I was trying to tell him, is just like I can't even imagine. I would be a ball of tears.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I would compose anything to be able to do anything anytime when they talk to people and interview them after like a Super Bowl. Like that level to me, I feel like that's the same as like for certain sports in the Olympics. You've done you have reached the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Like I think the example I used is that like if I were to have a child in their future, I would tell them one day that the best thing that ever happened in my life was winning that championship. Because like
You got to keep them humble.
I mean like that, I just don't imagine anything. I say that because I don't have kids, so I in my mind there's nothing that beats that feeling.
Yeah.
Like that just seems like it's like heaven.
But you're
on
also
earth.
not, I mean, granted, depending on how you get pregnant. Like if you've been trying for a very long time and then you finally do and it's like, oh my gosh, we got here, versus, I don't know, I don't know, but you're also not doing that for like 15 years.
Yeah.
You know, you're
And
not
then, like,
spending 15
beating
years
everyone.
trying to get pregnant.
Yeah. No, you're not.
And
Your entire life, your whole career revolves around this. Who knows what it's doing to your marriage?
yeah.
Like, they have to follow you to do all the. I mean, you are. God. That level to me, I'm just, no, there's nothing better.
And though thinking about that is also why I'm such a team sports person over like a solo sports person.
Oh.
Because you have people in your circle who are celebrating this golf win with you, or your gymnastics win, or what have you.
Tennis.
Yeah. But doubles, I could be a doubles tennis player.
Oh, yeah.
I just feel like
there's having
sharing
that person.
that as a team also is
Yeah.
like so awesome.
I get that. I do think, it's definitely like a different feeling for sure. Because
Yeah.
like you're on the other side of it. When you lose, Justin Rose, poor guy, came in second twice now. Rough. Both in playoffs, or like an overtime hole, like the next hole. And what does that feel like? Because that's got to fucking suck.
That does suck.
Like that's where you're like, shit, I don't have a team to like help me feel okay about this. It's
and
like, this was all me.
Like when you're the loser at like the Super Bowl and it is a stadium
Filled with people just
watching you suck.
I wouldn't be surprised if the numbers for people that get to the Masters is like really, and that watch on TV, but like the ones that are going there, it's insane how many people are there.
Yeah.
God.
But
I wasted my
don't
whole
feel like
weekend
it's the
watching it.
same, and I don't know, I've never been to a golf tournament, but like the same vibe as a stadium filled with people just looking down on you.
I would imagine it's not. I actually think it's stupid to hot take. I think it's dumb to go to the Masters on Masters Sunday, like the final day, because you don't even get to like watch.
There's no risers.
Yeah.
You can't see.
You don't get to watch them play the whole course. Like unless you walk the entire course, which most people don't do.
Really?
Like with the golf players. Yeah, like you post up at hole
hole.
18 or hole 10, whatever it is, that hole that you pick, and you find a spot and you sit. I mean, it'd be really hard, and you're not getting a great view if you are following them, like walking with them and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. It seems dumb to me to go. I think, and Kai has mentioned this,
But you've recently said you were jealous.
that they
yeah.
going to the Masters. Well, that's what I was saying. So I think the way Kai has it is right. Like I would want to go for like the practice sessions, or even like Thursday's game, like when they start play on Thursday,
Just to pick up on the energy.
yeah, and see what it's like there. Masters is it's obviously highly sought after.
The food is quite good, I've heard.
It's like
And
basic
cheap.
sandwich. It's cheap.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking of. It's insanely cheap.
I
Which
mean,
nothing about golf is cheap.
nothing about it.
So
Yeah, the memberships to play you have to be a member to play at Augusta, which is where the Masters is held. I think it starts at like upwards of $300,000 just to get in, and then it's $50,000 a year.
wow.
So they can give pimento cheese sandwiches for $1.50.
Right. Honestly, they should be free at that point.
And how much money? Honestly, they're not even paying the golfers that much, because everybody gets like a set amount. I think Rory winning, it's like $4 million or something. But that seems so tiny compared to like the NBA player salary, or look at some of the football player salary, but also like football over in Europe.
Yeah.
So the amount of money that these guys are making, it's crazy. But I guess you could say that this is just like one tournament. I don't know.
Yeah, and they're playing in lots of
A
tournaments.
season, yeah.
Yeah.
Still, it's crazy.
All right.
The amount of money. Yeah, so that was my
From
whole
blankets
life.
to pimento.
Pimento. Actually, I heard you can get the copycat recipe for that, and I'm interested.
Well, I'm glad you still enjoyed your weekend. And Sunday was
I
such a
did.
gloomy day, so that was a nice day to say. Did I say Sunday? I meant Saturday.
Yeah, I was like,
was a
wait, Sunday
gloomy
was
day.
sunny as hell.
Yeah.
I was embarrassed to be inside all day, but not really, because it was so great.
Well, we haven't pulled from the jar in a while.
Yes.
Should we do that?
Yes. Is it your turn or my turn to
I have
to
no
draw?
idea. Here you go.
Okay. Have we added to it since people have been adding things?
I think there's maybe a couple that need to be added, but reminder, Send us your topic suggestions or questions, just general things for us to ruminate on. Relationship strife, hot take.
This is very
Ooh,
lengthy.
that would be fun. Send in your hot takes and we'll discuss them.
This comes from Katie.
Okay.
She asks, how often do you wash or clean stuff?
Oh, we kind of talked about this last week with jeans.
Yes.
And pants.
Oh, God bless me. Oh, Katie, how often do you wash or clean stuff? I think this came up in like one of our polos and stuff too, because like I feel like I've said this in the past that like I'll wash the sheets on my bed.
Yeah.
Try to do it like every 2 weeks at a minimum. This past weekend I went past 2 weeks.
I think
so we are on
I
day
wash
2
them
of
once
that.
a month.
Really?
Because we've talked about this before on the podcast. I go off vibes.
That's right.
Or if I just have a sweaty night, I'm like, oh, I should probably wash the sheets. Because sometimes I just get really sweaty in the night, which kind of freaks me out, like I'm in perimenopause or something, which I'm not ready for that. So,
yeah. I feel like we've already addressed like often how like the washing stuff. So I you're right. We have talked about that. Cleaning stuff, you think she might be referencing so like spring cleaning? Like that's a thing that I know a lot of people say is like, oh, springtime comes, it's time to like check off your list on like doing all of these like cleaning items. I have my house cleaned, and so
you know I do as well.
Yeah,
because,
same people.
Yeah, referred you. Skylar is the cleaner one, or I don't think I'm dirty. I just have a higher tolerance for like dust.
Okay.
And things. So like he wants to like always have like the counters wiped down and the sinks wiped out and everything. And like we recently had a conversation that he's so glad that we have separate sinks in the bathroom, or not just separate bathrooms, because my sink will get covered in like eyelash mascara residue and I just leave it in there. I'm not like fully wiping it out.
Like
and
just rinsing it out.
Yeah, but sometimes I use tubing mascara, and so it like comes off in
globs.
Yeah, and
Okay.
sometimes some of them will like get stuck
Trickle
in the
around
sink.
the sink.
Yeah, and I just don't care enough.
I'm with Skylar on that. I get very angry when even if there is a single hair from his razor that is outside of the sink. It has made its way onto the countertop space that's shared, or sometimes he's like, well, it accidentally got in your sink, then fucking rinse it out.
You know, I think I'm okay with it being my own grime, but I would not like it if Skylar's beard hair was all in
everywhere.
the sink.
It pisses me off.
Or like toothpaste globs or anything.
Although I will say, I don't notice it as much as Nathan does. When I'm flossing, sometimes stuff like shoots out and hits the mirror.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it happens. And I don't necessarily notice it because I'm probably like flossing and also
I don't think that's... How
having a journey.
aggressively are you flossing?
I mean, I'm like in there flossing
Because
and like when I
stuff
click
comes
it
out, but it just comes out on the floss.
Not always. I'm like in there and just going... And like, so my bottom teeth, they really like, I have to force the floss between them out because they're all like jammed close together. And so when I'm like forcing it out, it's just like spittle or something will go onto the mirror. I don't even notice it, but Nathan notices and he doesn't like it.
Understandable. Understandable. Like, it's one thing if like toothpaste globs or mascara residue, beard hair, but you're getting your
inside of my teeth
dirty
grime,
mouth grime on the mirror?
Yeah.
And leaving it there.
I don't even see it.
Pass.
We're talking like little tiny dots. I'm like, how do you see this?
I am imagining like a chunk of something.
No, there's never a chunk of anything. We're talking like spittle, as in like it's definitely like water droplets, but it doesn't just like clear off because water would clear off because it's got shit, I guess, in it.
Now, how often do you have the cleaning folks come?
Ooh, see, she only comes once a month now, and I prefer every 2 weeks. That's an ideal scenario for me.
We also, ours comes once a month, and ideally for Skylar, it would be every 2 weeks. I just don't think our house like, yes, once the month arrives, like, it's getting dusty. But then Skylar can't even handle that length of time, so he will do some stuff in between, like
I
a
do
quick
too.
vacuum or dusting. And like, out of the principle of the thing, will not. I'm like,
Are you of the opinion that like you shouldn't have to clean up for when the cleaning people are coming?
well, I need to put stuff away so they can
Okay.
actually clean. But I'm saying I am not going to vacuum and dust an area if they're coming in 5 days.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I guess I get that. It depends on how much it's bothering me and if I really have something better to do.
Yeah, and so that is Skylar too. And in my mind, I'm like, well, then why are we paying them to come? Because you're cleaning it. But when she comes, like,
Yeah.
it is sparkling.
Yep. And I'm also very adamant on having a cleaning person because I don't want to clean toilets.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
It's
toilets
mostly
don't bother me because ours aren't gross.
well, so I don't mind my toilet that I use.
Sure.
I don't want to clean someone else's toilet, so like Nathan's in this instant, but like previously I had a cleaning person because I had a bunch of roommates, and I just think bathrooms are disgusting. I don't want to get in there clean a bathroom toilet, so I'm so thankful that cleaning people do.
Yeah.
That's like the best part about it is the toilet
Yeah.
for me.
And they also do a much better job than I'm going to do.
Everything is better.
Um,
Yeah. Big fans of that. So every monthly.
yeah, so I would say a deep clean once a month.
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably still happening when Skylar was doing it. And I'm not going to say we, I'm going to say Skylar. He was doing it. And I thank you for your service.
I do for when I think of spring cleaning, I've already talked to Nathan about how I want to go through and do like we've talked about doing a clothes clean out
And I just do that
all
the time. Which makes it sound like I constantly, like, I just have so much stuff that I'm getting rid of. Which I don't
sometimes
think is the
do.
case. But yeah, I'm being more picky now.
Yeah.
And like, as I've pulled out stuff for spring and summer, I have tried it all on. And I'm like, you know what? Oh, this is sad. The shortalls
Yeah.
that I wore and are like branding photos for the
Mhm.
podcast, I'm getting rid of them.
Why?
Because I think they're a little too short. And I don't know if it's probably because I've gained some weight since then. So they're just like a little short on my leg. And I'm not going to choose to wear them
Mm-hmm.
over something else. And that's what I keep telling myself. Like, am I going to pick this over something else?
Oh, I like that thought process. How long ago did we take those photos?
2019, probably.
Shit.
Because
we
we
need
went
new
to-
photos, Lindsay.
Yeah, we do. We have new branding.
Rachel
with a new
is
logo.
Rachel's
that
taking us to new heights.
Janelle did for us. Y'all
Oh my
remember
gosh.
Janelle? From our women's basketball episode.
Did you come up with a cool slogan for the swag I
No,
want to get for the
I
guests?
did not. Maybe we
You've
can
done everything
brainstorm.
else. Why can't you do
Okay, so another ask. Jen wants to, if you're a guest on the podcast, give you like personalized swag that somehow says something that like I was a guest on Similar But Different and all I got was this t-shirt.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, similar to that, but different.
but yeah, but better. Similar but better. Similar vibe, but better branding.
Yeah. There you go.
More succinct. So if
Yes.
anyone has any ideas,
Yeah,
please
of a
let
cool
us know.
t-shirt. It will be a black t-shirt because I want to wear it.
how often do you wash your car?
So, this is funny. When I first got my car, 2019,
I remember this. I remember you got a membership.
I got the Tommy Express
Yeah.
monthly membership, and I would take and this was also when I was working, and so I would pass one of the place to when I went to go and come back from work. So at least once a week, I was stopping, getting a car wash, and vacuuming out my car. And sometimes, if it got real dirty, like pollen time frame,
Mhm.
I would be washing it like up to 3 times a week. I would just swing in.
Wow.
It was an easy thing to do, and when you have the membership,
Yeah.
it's as many times as you want. So I would just swing in and I wouldn't stop and vacuum. I would just swing in and get a wash and roll out.
Yeah.
Like that thing was awesome. I loved that membership. But now the car's only 6 years old, and I'm like, Nathan, do you want to go to the car wash? No? Okay, then let's not worry about it.
Yeah.
It sits in a garage too, so.
Yeah, ours do not. And Skylar went through a phase where he was regularly taking his car to get washed. And I'm bad about it. And I always I'm like, well, it's going to rain this week. And I know that's not the same. I'm aware. But also, I'm scared of car washes. So
wait, stop. Shut up. No, you're not.
I am not.
My dog is afraid of the car wash.
I am not so scared of them that I won't go in them. But like I don't even like really thinking about it. I don't like it. I think I feel like trapped. You're just getting attacked, and I like small spaces, but just the like suds, like you are under attack. You're under attack, and then I imagine, oh my god, the idea of being in a car wash, not in your car. That I know that wouldn't happen, but like that is terrifying.
I don't even understand how that makes sense. Being in a car wash, not in your car.
Like if you just like walked through a car wash.
Oh gosh, why, Rachel? That is I honestly find them relaxing.
I think as a kid, I found them fun. I would be like, excited to go through the car wash with my like one of my parents, but
now it's just pure terror.
Yeah, not pure terror. But it is, I'm facing a fear every time I do that.
That's insanity.
And especially, okay, there's is it a Tommy's that's by the Wawa?
Yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah.
So Express. That one, you just like put yourself on the conveyor belt and then have to quickly put it into neutral.
Yeah, I think most car washes are like that.
I hate that. I think it's a quick, like, you have to be so coordinated to make sure you, like, get in the spot and then get on the belt. And sometimes I'm actually like, oh, I'm still in drive. And it just stresses me out.
This sounds like what we talked about with, like, people at the airport getting in line to go through security. Because it's not that stressful.
I am excellent at going through security.
You don't have to time it perfectly. It's okay. You just put it in neutral. And they'll tell you if you haven't done it right.
But sometimes the attendant isn't there.
They're not attending to me.
Yeah. Like
That's
I've
hilarious.
been ones where they do not have an attendant.
I think that level of anxiety is the same as an airport security line. People are like, I need to get this perfect or the way you just described
and I don't have that at all.
See?
But my main fear is once you're in there and I'm kind of just like, okay, we're getting clean.
What's going to happen?
I'm not scared of something happening. I think it's just like the sound of the like thudding against, and it's dark, and the like spinning bristles.
Okay.
It just feels evil in there.
I feel like I've tried to explain to people like sometimes like the fear of heights that I have. Even if it's not even high, like that's not like I'm gonna die. Yeah. That's not the concern. Similar to you, it's not like I think I'm gonna die. There's just something about it that's just scary and it's terrifying.
Yeah,
yeah. So like, I can understand it from that perspective.
Threat of danger, and like with heights, there is a threat of danger.
Well, not all heights.
Yeah,
like literally, I'm like on a 5-foot ladder.
But that's still like you could hurt yourself. I'm not getting hurt. The worst thing that could happen is somehow my car malfunctions and my windows drop and I get smacked in the face with one of the bristles. Oh, to stay on car washes. So a lot of car washes do like a haunted car wash in October.
I think Tommy's does that.
Yeah. And Skylar once asked if I wanted to do that. And I said, are you kidding me?
Dude, I know your audience.
Never. And being someone... Then I thought about the people who are in the car wash, like dressed as these clowns or whatever, scaring you while it's happening. Again, you're in a car wash, not in a car. I could never.
Even if you're all the one scared, you're hilarious. I can't believe I learned this about you today.
Yeah. Wow. I don't like car washes. So,
but you do sacrifice it for the cleanliness of the car.
Sometimes. It's probably been a year since I've gone through a car wash.
I'm picturing you similar to how Penny freaked the fuck out. For the first time we took her through the car wash, and it was like, never doing this again.
I don't freak out.
Like it.
I don't yelp.
Handle it like an adult, not a dog.
A human adult. But yeah, if you ever see me driving and my paint's rusted and covered in pollen, just know that she's scared. She's not trash.
She's scared.
Yeah.
Skirt. Oh, that's a good one. Way to take that to yeah, cleaning cars. I need to get my house power washed. Talking about cleaning, that's something that needs to happen. And I'm gonna need to get new paint.
Ugh.
God, adulting sucks.
Yeah, we got our porch painted last something or other. And I didn't even want to. Skylar did. He was like, we need to get this repainted because then the wood's going to rot if it doesn't have its XYZ.
Valid,
and I
valid
said,
reason.
No. And then I don't want to deal with that. And then my mom was visiting and she goes, you know, you really need to get this repainted or the wood's going to rot. And I was like, Skylar, we should really.
How much does he like it that you're like, if my mom said it, because I do this sometimes to Nathan and he's like, I told you. And I was like, yeah, but I just needed my dad or mom to tell me.
I did preface it with, you are right.
Oh, okay, that helps.
So that did help.
I don't
But he
usually do
honestly,
that.
I think, said, great.
He's just happy
Um,
that he can do it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And I think it's one of those things that in my mind, I don't want to deal with it because I say, oh, it's painting. We can sand and paint the porch. But I don't want to do that.
Some things are just worth paying
And
someone
it's
else
worth
to
paying
do.
for. And it was.
There's a lot of things that are just worth paying someone
Yeah.
else to do.
And it took him 3 days to do.
The paint?
Or like 2.5. Yeah. So that even more so in my mind, I thinking that's an afternoon. But no, because they're
If it took him 3 days, it's
prepping it
taking you
and
3
sanding
weeks.
it and painting it and letting it dry and then doing another coat and
Yeah. That's rough.
yeah, and then we would have a half painted porch and probably a session in marriage counseling because we actually end up paying more because we have to get
In
a
the long
therapist
run.
involved.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. Oh, goodness. Well, anything else that we think Katie might want to know about how often we wash and clean stuff?
I'm trying to think of random.
Do you wash
things.
your shoes? Or
If I
clean-
get shit on them, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever put them in the washing machine?
Not as an adult
Yeah, me neither. Nathan does it, and I hate it.
because it's
Yeah, it's annoying as fuck.
yeah.
And it's just
I
like
would just spot
get
clean
new
them,
shoes.
not in the washing machine.
He holds on to shoes a lot longer than I do. I'm just going to get new shoes now.
Does he wash hats?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have a
Hat
cap washer, or does he just throw them in there?
Toss
or does
them
he
in
put
there.
them in the dishwasher? Because I've heard that's a thing, or in the washing machine.
Throws them in the washing machine.
Okay, we need to do
We
that
don't
with
dry 'em,
Skylar's.
though.
Yeah.
Like you don't
get
put it in the
gross.
dryer, but you just toss it in the
Yeah.
I noticed with one of them, it might have been like with one of mine because I hadn't washed it. There was like a line on the front where
Oh,
like you sweat.
Yeah.
I think I wore it like one time playing golf, and I was like,
And that's why they need to be washed.
yeah, because sometimes I leave my hats in the car
Yeah.
just so I always have one to wear when I'm golfing, and I was like, whew, this is rough.
So would you say ideally you would do like a dust and vacuum situation every other week?
Yes. Yes. I would vacuum every weekend if I had the time and the energy, because that would be my preference because of a dog.
Yeah.
If I didn't have the dog, God, life would be terrible. I would probably do it every 2 weeks.
Now I do vacuum with a little like handheld around Ruby's litter box
Mm-hmm.
more regularly because she's a princess and doesn't like the lid on top. So
Yeah.
when she covers up her dookie, it can spray.
Spread. Yeah. Okay. I see it as like, because I'm thinking about, in some places, like dusting, it's not dusting, but like after I cook, I clean the entire kitchen sometimes.
Wow.
Like if it's, like, well, last night we had burgers and it splatters. And so it's like I'm getting out those Clorox wipes and wiping down all the countertops.
Yeah.
Because it's everything touches everything when it's a tiny little ass kitchen.
Yeah, I don't let things get gross. I will say I am blessed that my chosen partner in life likes to have things clean. But because I could see how stressed he would get, that is why I said we should hire the cleaner.
Yep.
And Also, selfishly, because I would want to go do fun things, and he would want to
He'd be
spend
like, "No,
2
we
hours
have to clean."
cleaning the house.
It's like, no, we
And
don't.
then I would feel like guilt put upon myself because he's like, no, I'm going to do this for me. I'm like, great. So I'm going to sit here and watch Netflix while you're vacuuming the living room. That doesn't make me feel good.
I mean, but I'll do it rather than clean. If I gotta. I was just
I
told
like
a
to
new show I
organize
gotta
things.
watch. So yeah, you enjoy that. I'm gonna be watching this new show on Netflix. I don't actually know if it's new.
Netflix? No, Hulu recommendation. Do you have the Hulu?
I have the Hulu.
Good American Family.
Oh, wait.
It is a true, I guess it is true crime, but it's like
Is that with the lady from Grey's Anatomy?
yes.
Okay.
And it is based on a true story. And after I watched the first episode, I thought, oh, I remember hearing about this.
Oh, it's based on. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
And it's
All
good.
right. I can put that on the list. But Heather's in front of you. Actually, no. You're in front of Heather from the previous recommendation, which was
Dying for Sex.
Dying for Sex, and then Heather just moved into second place with Running Point.
Oh, I've seen that as well. So
Okay.
also recommend it. And that's just fun. That is
30-minute episodes.
ooh, and that's good for you because you're looking for a new Schitt's Creek. It's only one season. You're going to blow through it
I
quickly.
heard they're coming out another one though.
Yeah, but that is fun. And
Okay.
basketball.
And basketball. And I like that actress.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a Mindy Kaling show.
She did. Oh, I like Mindy Kaling.
Did you ever watch Sex Lives of College Girls? Do you have HBO or Max?
I
or
do,
whatever?
but I don't really watch much on there other than White Lotus and
You would really like.
The Last of Us.
Did you watch the new episode?
No, because same with White Lotus. Don't talk about it. I wait until the entire season comes out and then I binge it.
Okay. Well, Sex Lives of College Girls is written and produced, I believe, by Mindy Kaling, and it is so fun. I would also recommend that if you're looking for a new Schitt's Creek vibe.
Okay.
So you got some comedy recs, some drama recs,
A
you
true
know.
life, true life drama.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all over
But
the
I
place.
think there's 3 seasons of it, and now it's done, which is so sad because it's so fun.
Oh. Well, so that also deters me a little bit. Like, is it a good ending or is it going to be a cliffhanger?
No, it ends naturally because I think they knew they weren't going to get picked up through
Fourth season.
through HBO, which I think is what it's on, and so they were trying to shop it around, and I don't think anyone else picked it up.
I will say there was the Normal People.
I watched that. I don't
I thought it was
remember
good.
what it was about. I mean, I know
I just
it's-
wish there was more. Like, I wanted another season, and apparently it was intended to just be a single season.
I have no memory of how it started or ended, but I know I've watched it.
I remember all of it. Daisy Edgar Jones.
Oh.
Big fan of her.
And they're Irish, right? That's that show.
They're definitely something. Is it Irish?
Scottish. They're not American, right?
I'm feeling
have
I'm
accents.
listening. I'm trying to remember the accents from Dairy Girls, which is Irish. I don't think they
I've
had those
ever seen
accents.
that.
I don't think they had those accents. Dairy Girls. It's
Mm-mm.
fucking funny, but it is hard to follow. It's got the chick from Bridgerton, right?
Which one? There are a lot of chicks from that.
The one that most recent was the main. They did a story on her and Colin.
Oh, okay. Fun.
What is her
I
name?
don't know. Red hair.
Penelope.
Yeah, Penn.
Yeah, I think she. Yeah, that's a funny show.
Do you wash
God, TV.
blankets?
Do I wash blankets? Yes, on a regular basis because of Penny.
Oh, with Penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those things get stanky.
Right. But what about if it's just a blanket that Penny doesn't care about, and it's just I'm on the couch in my blanket.
I'd say anytime I pull a blanket off and cuddle around it and I get a smell, it's going in the wash. Like a bad smell.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. But
So
like,
I don't
how
know if I
often-
would tell you how I could say how often that is. I feel like probably like a couple months.
Wow, I'm gonna say like a couple years.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think the smell happens because of Penny.
Yeah. I was
So
like,
it's really hard to say, like, because even when I'm snuggled in it, she's laying on it.
yeah. Ruby self-cleaning, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Penny stinks.
Except when
We
she
don't-
gets little turdlets stuck in her butt and spreads those around the house.
Yeah, that's gross. That's the other piece of it is how often do I clean Penny? Not as often as I should. Hence why everything smells, because Penny stays smelling, and that is definitely on me.
Yeah. Lucky that
We
Ruby
usually like
doesn't
wait
smell.
for an event. It's like, oh shit, Nathan's, his parents are gonna be watching her for a week while
Yeah.
we go on vacation. We should probably bathe her.
Yeah.
And then we do it, and we don't do it again until another event like that. Although when she goes down to the river and gets in the water, we have to bathe her
Yeah.
because that's gross.
And then she's getting all in your stuff, and if she's covered in mud,
yeah,
like me and my mud run.
that's so cool.
Nice. Way to pretend. I'm gonna have a great
I just
time.
faked the
Okay.
shit out of that, and I feel really happy that I just was like, "That's so cool."
Good job. Now, are you ready for your next attempt at a sign off? You haven't loved your past two. You did a au revoir and a
Deuces, peace. Oh,
Now, if you like and want to stick with one of those, that's fine.
no, I haven't found one I like yet. Because I told you after I did the last one, I was like, "Nope, not it."
Okay, well, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to close us out and say thank you, citizens, so much for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, send to a friend. We would love all that. We are everywhere you listen to podcasts, but you're listening to this where you choose to do that now, so that statement is not important. And I'm going to say ta-ta, citizens.
We love you.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. We love you.